Welcome to the channel, viewers. My name is Karkarev. This video marks the start of my Italy road trip. So hopefully on this journey I will get to places like Como, Milan, Florence, Rome, Napoli, Sicily, etc. And basically I want to see as much of Italy as possible. And as I have a very long way to the Italian border, so the first stop is Como, so I have approximately somewhere around 900 kilometers. I thought to myself, you know what? I have this car for a couple of years now and I never did hypermiling with it. On average, I have somewhere around 11 liters combined, and the lowest consumption rate that I had on the Autobahn was somewhere around 7.2 liters, which isn't bad for this engine, but I'm sure I can get less than that. So yeah, basically I will be cruising around 100-110 kilometers per hour, and hopefully we will get to see sub 7 liter consumption and we can get over 1000 kilometers per tank. But this is not only highway cruise. Obviously I will be passing Switzerland, and I thought to myself, you know what, Switzerland is a beautiful country, so I shouldn't go for the highways only. So I decided I will avoid the roads where you pay tolls and basically go through the mountains. So a lot of inclines, declines, which will influence the consumption, but I am optimistic. I think we will still get a number around 6.7, 6.8 liters. So yeah. The reason why I start the journey at night, I don't know if you can see it, but the air conditioner is off. Yes, I will be traveling without air conditioning at right now 23 degrees Celsius, and I am hoping that the weather will cool down a little bit more so it won't get that hot. I'm sure I will regret it in a couple of hours, but come on, I'm not doing hypermiling every day, so yeah. I definitely look forward to visiting Switzerland. You know, it's a beautiful country, beautiful landscapes. The only issue with Switzerland, the Swiss government is very strict when it comes to speeding. The speeding tickets are very expensive, and I think the world record for the highest amount of speeding fine was in Switzerland. A Swedish legend, I'm sorry, I meant a Swedish irresponsive driver, yes, that was what I meant, was in his SLS AMG and drove in a 20 miles per hour zone around 125 miles per hour. I mean, look, I am someone who likes to speed now and then as well, but come on, 125 miles per hour in a 20 miles per hour zone, that is inappropriate. Well, the thing with Switzerland is the fine rate is calculated by the income of the offender, and I mean, the guy was driving an SLS AMG, so you can imagine he was rich. The fine he had to pay was $1.2 million. Could have bought 3 to 4 SLS AMGs with that kind of money. But I guess he had the money, so what can I say? So basically, even though Switzerland is known for having beautiful driving roads, you still have to be very careful. But then again, in a country like this, you really don't have to speed. You have the landscape, you can enjoy the beautifully engineered roads, you can stop by a Swiss town, have Swiss cheese or Swiss chocolate, buy yourself a Rolex. You know, the basic stuff one does when visiting Switzerland. Hypermiling. You know, I like long road trips, but I think I won't enjoy the Germany bit because I know I could just step on the gas and travel around 180, 200 kilometers per hour. But since I'm doing hypermiling, this isn't possible. Then again, I'm in a very comfortable car. I can say it 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, it's never enough. These seats are one of the most comfortable seats you can find on the car market, trust me. And yeah, I'm in a very comfortable car, so it won't be that difficult. And also, I have something fitted in this car which to me is one of the best inventions fitted to any car: cruise control. Stretch your legs, enjoy the view, and just steer. Modern cars nowadays can even drive on their own, but that's too comfortable for me. I still want to have control, so steering is good. Well, since we have a long way in front of us, how about we talk about some news? Have a little chat, while cruising on the Autobahn. One of my favorite things to do. Oh yeah, bad news. The Dacia Sandero has been delayed. No, I'm kidding. Did you get the reference? I hope so. Well, but yeah, still bad news. After we talked about Alfa Romeo Giulio Quadrifoglio being discontinued and Maserati Ghibli being discontinued due to the car makers wanting to move on to electricity. Well, the same case happened with Jaguar, because Jaguar is discontinuing the Jaguar F-Type. It is very sad. I know the EVs have their place, and I would get it, like, introduce the EVs from now on as daily cars, small cars, cars that you would drive around in the city, no problem. But there should also be a segment for combustion cars only. Like Ferraris should have V8s, V12s, Lamborghinis should have V8s, V12s, AMGs, M cars should have V8s. Cars that you don't drive daily anyway. So, I don't know, a ruling where you can say you have to daily drive an electric vehicle, but you are still allowed to have the cars with the big engines, But unfortunately, the trend is already set, and I think in a few years the roads will be dominated by electric vehicles. Well, they kinda already are, but I think we will get to see a lot more EVs in the future on the road and a lot less combustion engine cars, unfortunately. But there is also good news. Nilu 27, Nilu, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the ex-designer of Koenigsegg and Bugatti, and they produced a new supercar. Naturally aspirated V12, good. Manual gearbox, fantastic. Over 1000 horsepower. From a car with a naturally aspirated V12, that is impressive. Well, unfortunately, only 14 of these cars will be made until its launch, and I don't think that they will be street legal. But Nilu also said that they will produce another 54 cars, and they will be street homologated, whatever that means. Well, talking about supercars, Lamborghini introduced the new successor of the Huracan, the Temerario, something like that. Definitely a very mafia sounding name. It will have over 900 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque on all four wheels. And this time it will come with a V8. I know we are used to the V10, from the Gallardo and the Huracan, but does a flat plane crank V8 sound that bad? I mean, come on, a flat plane crank V8 in an Italian supercar is not that unfamiliar, is it? And Lamborghini could also go for a 6-cylinder or a 4-cylinder, that's the trend nowadays usually. So we should be thankful that they went with a flat plane crank V8, and the car sounds very good for a V8 hybrid, and it looks good as well. Not as good as the Huracan, I have to say, because the Huracan looks much more sharp, much more intimidating, but you can't say that the new one doesn't look good. I mean, come on, it's Lamborghini. They rarely disappoint when it comes to design. Oh, I went there 120 kilometers per hour for a moment. That's not good. We want to stick to 100. I am getting passed by a Smart. That hurts. But we have to tolerate it, so good on you, Smart driver. It's not even a Brabus. He's probably thinking to himself, look at that idiot in his Volvo. Well, what else I wanted to talk about? There was something I wanted to talk about as well. Oh yes. You know, I don't usually talk about cars by Kia because, to be honest, I'm not that much into the Kia cars. The only car I really know is the Stinger, which is a beautiful car. But a few days back, I saw the interior of the new K8, and I have to say, Kia knows how to design an interior. I mean, it is very minimalistic yet so good looking. I'm not a fan of the steering wheel though, but nevertheless, the rest of the interior looks so good, so minimalistic, so modern, but still so classy. Some premium car makers should take an example from that. It's a good looking interior. Also, a couple days back, I saw a one-off Rolls-Royce Spectre, the Semaphore, a very yellow car with a vinyl design on the bonnet. I have to be honest, I am not a fan of experimenting with cars like a Rolls-Royce, you know, colorful paints, mixture of colorful paints. That's a Rolls-Royce, not a Kawasaki. Black, marine blue, silver, gray, even a nice dark purple looks good on that car. But not yellow. What is it, Bumblebee or what? That's a Rolls-Royce. So, I have to say, I'm not a big fan of electric vehicles, but if I had the money and I had to buy an EV, the Rolls-Royce Spectre is the first choice. No Tesla, no BYD, no Lucid, Rolls-Royce Spectre. You know, when I think about a Rolls-Royce, what does it have to be? Silent, powerful. The Spectre ticks all the boxes on that list, so that's the best EV you can buy. It looks good, it goes fast, it is silent, all the materials are high quality, perfect EV. You know, I can totally relate to the people who say, yeah, Autobahn is nice, no limits and so on, but you can't have fun because every now and then there is construction, and I have to say, you are right. I am on the way now for 300 kilometers and I encountered 20 construction sites. And the problem is when you are doing hypermiling, you always have to brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate. It's frustrating and influences the consumption. But then again, let's control. The car says 6.5 liter per 100 kilometer in average right now. So hopefully this will fall a lot more, because I'm sure when we are in Switzerland, the consumption will get a little higher due to the mountains. But like I said, I'm very optimistic. And also, I don't know if you are familiar with the German Autobahn. I was on the A3, you know, when you are going towards Frankfurt. There are speed cameras, but they are hidden in what seems like road signs. It's very clever. The governments nowadays, they are very clever with those traps. What is this? It looks like a sign, but in there are cameras. It is very difficult nowadays to be a car enthusiast. So be always careful, guys. Speeding is nice, but speeding tickets, they are not so nice. So currently I am at a half a tank, and the onboard computer says we have 580 kilometers to go. We already have 522 kilometers behind us. Everything looks good right now. What is the consumption? 6.7. Not bad. Switzerland. There we go. Oh. Thunderstorm. Lightning. Everything. I guess this is a good start to a road trip. I arrived in Switzerland. Since it is a no-toll route, it's a mixture of outer city roads and inner city roads. So that's why I will need for 110 kilometers 2 hours and 17 minutes. Very fast. Well, I think I made a mistake because I'm now here and it's nighttime. It's not good. I can't see anything. In the way of the landscape. I can't see the road and all these signs, but you get me. But other than that, the roads are empty. It is quiet. So it's actually fun to drive around here. But like I said, I'd like to see more, to be honest. It was a seamless entry between Liechtenstein and Switzerland. I thought some policeman would stop me, but no, nothing. Seamless trespass. Perfect. See again, 50 zone. Man. And you know what's weird? You leave a town and then it says you can go 80, and then 10 meters later there is a bridge, and then it's again a 50 kilometers per hour zone. Switzerland, what is wrong with your organization? Please put up your signs properly. Why would you put up a 80 kilometers per hour zone sign 20 meters in front of a 50 kilometers per hour zone sign? But I have to say, the small towns here in Switzerland, they look all very idyllic. And I'm sure in the morning, it's probably very nice to drive around here. But yeah, this is not bad as well. Like, I'm on my own, dark, trees. You can also see the silhouettes of the mountains, like big shadows. So all in all, quite good journey until now, and the consumption looks good as well. 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers, even though I'm braking a lot and accelerating a lot because of changing towns and stuff. So yeah, we already have 693 kilometers behind us. Only 307 to go. Come on, C70. 1,000 kilometers on one tank. You can do it. See, that's what I mean. Look. 80 zone. Wait. There you go. 60 zone. What? Well, now I will just concentrate on driving, and I'd say I will see you at sunlight again, because this doesn't make that much sense. Man, I have to say, this country is beautiful. Now that it's not dark anymore and you can see everything, it's breathtaking. And like the roads, a lot of serpentine curves on the road already, and I'm not even at that mountain pass that I'm aiming to go. It's amazing. The scenery is great. We are only allowed 80 kilometers per hour. It's not fast, it's not slow, it's good. The thing with the Volvo C70 is, it is not a sporty car. It is just a comfortable, good-looking brick. So, no sporty steering, nothing at all. That's what I like about driving here. Look, first it's forest, and now we are in a small town. It's very diverse and a lot of fun. Come on, give me 80 kilometers per hour. We don't like 50. There we go. As you can see, tight curves. You know, this is fun. Your car, no music, you're on your own, beautiful country, beautiful scenery. This is perfect. And then a Mitsubishi SUV comes from the other side, which isn't a very good looking car, but still. Another curve. Brake, another curve. That was a 1 Series. Good hatchback, but not my taste. Again, forest road, another curve. Man, such a beautiful road. Look how nice it's engineered. Well, I'm not sure that you can see it from the camera, but it's amazing. And 60 again. Yes. Thank you, Switzerland, for 2 minutes of fun. That was great. And 80 again. We are now averaging still 7 liters per 100 kilometer, which is great, as the altitude increased a lot and I had to, step on the gas a little bit more, but still we have 7 liters per 100 kilometers. It's amazing. And the road is amazing. Behind me I have another brother with a helmet on, but he's on a motocross. He seems very hyperactive. Well, if I was him, I would be hyperactive as well. He probably knows these roads. I am a tourist. I am an idiot. Man, such a nice road. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the car is not sporty at all. I'm sure in a BMW 3 Series this road would be much more fun, but I'm not complaining. It's still a good car. It's fast enough. And if you can steer, it's also fun enough. Oh, a bus. Now it started to rain as well. Brings in a good vibe. A little bit of rain looks always very melancholic, yet also very aesthetic. I don't know how to explain. Well, the fuel light has gone on. We are at almost 800 kilometers. So normally with this car, I think when the fuel light is on, you can do somewhere around 80 to 100 kilometers, but not on a road like this. So I guess we are about to wrap the video up. So then what exactly happened? Well, I failed. My Hypermiling challenge ended at 840 kilometers at the border of Italy and Switzerland, but I fueled in Switzerland even though I could have fueled in Italy. But the thing is, it wasn't about Italy or Switzerland, it was about achieving 1000 kilometers, but I couldn't achieve it. At the end, the average consumption was 7.4 liters and the maximum reach 840 kilometers. But then again, I went for a lot of pass roads and there was a lot of altitude change, so that affected the consumption a lot. I'm sure on a flat road I'd probably achieve 1,000 kilometers on one tank. Well, if you watched until now, I want to say thank you and leave a like and subscribe for more. The Italy road trip will continue. Next stop will be Milan. So see you soon. Goodbye.